Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
A mom fires back at 4 gunmen after her son.
I popped one there, hit 911.
Tonight she's telling us how it all went down.
He was just sitting at the counter waiting for his cheeseburger. Next thing you know, somebody's picking a fight with him, and they shot him because of what wasn't on the menu.
But first, it was a wild bid to get away, but it wasn't. A man rams into deputies and gets stopped in his tracks.
Yeah, this whole thing started with a report of a suspicious person in the area, but Oakland County deputies had no clue what they were in for.
This happened right in the area of South Baldwin Road and Seymour Lake in Brandon Township. Mara McDonald standing by live with more of this wild video and what police had to do to get him into handcuffs, Mara.
Well, it took a lot of work, Devin. Let me set this up for everybody. The man at the center of all of this is a 30-year-old guy from Madison Heights. He drives his car onto a woman's property in Brandon Township, gets out, starts dancing around, acting really weird. Naturally, she's worried. She calls 911. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies get out there, and this is what they were dealing with. Oakland County Sheriff's deputies are in the driveway when the 30-year-old man jumps back into his car. Now watch as he makes a beeline for the sheriff's squad car. Now, after ramming the squad car, what you can't see is he's squirmed out of the passenger side of his own car and is taken off. Police are telling him to stop, but he won't. They told him they were going to tase him, and they did twice before they finally got him on the ground. Back here live, after they've tased him and got him under control, they took him to the hospital to make sure he was okay and for a blood draw. Naturally, he's now locked up here at Oakland County, and deputies say that when they took a look inside his car, they found what they think is crack cocaine and a bunch of other drug-related stuff. No big surprise. We are in Pontiac. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
All right, Mara. Now let's get to the weather. 4 Live radar showing some things starting to pop up out to the west of us, so we have to get ready for a soggy night ahead.
That's right. Ben is live at the Meyer in Westland for Severe Weather Alert Radio Day. We'll talk about that in a minute, but first we want to start with the timeline here, Ben.
Yeah, Kim and Devin, you saw the overview, the rough stuff, a lot of that water still to our south, but we do have scattered showers and thunderstorms that we're tracking right now. So let's go right to 4 Live radar. This stuff has been coming in from the west. The good news is it's weakening. The bad news is it's not moving very fast. So especially some of those areas north of 69 in Lapeer and St. Clair counties, you could be getting a good dose of rain before this stuff finally dries up. We'll see an end to those showers and thunderstorms around the sunset time frame, but you can see a lot more of that wet weather taking shape across Indiana and Ohio. That's what's coming in overnight. That's going to put down 1 to 2 inches of rain in some spots. We'll talk about the timing of that and who's going to get the worst. Plus, if you're wondering where summer is, we can see it in the 7-day forecast. We'll talk about that and, of course, our weather radio event live from the Meyer in Westland coming up in a few minutes. Guys?
Okay, Ben, our other top story tonight, a man just walking down the street in Warren, ambushed by 4 masked men with guns.
Happened on Prospect Street right near Van Dyke. This was about 6 o'clock this morning. It led to a massive police manhunt in the area. And as you can see, the arrest of, in the end, 4 suspects. Sean Lay spoke with the victim's mother, who definitely was not afraid to take action.
I popped one in the there, hit 911.
She is still fired up, a mom not standing for her son being ambushed early this morning. 4 people making it clear they were there to rob and shoot her son. She made it clear she wasn't having it.
Hell no. Look, if run in your yard with guns, come on now. What's up?
It was 5:50 this morning on Prospect Street in Warren. Her son up for work, walking to the corner to buy cigarettes. 4 people in a car asked for a light. He saw that they were armed. He heard exactly what they said.
They all had masks on. So he told the back seat to grab him, shoot him, rob him, and kill him. I said, what? So he opened up the door, he pointed the gun at me, he said, you better not run.
But he did run right back to his stepmother's home. She rushed out and fired off a shot. The gunman fired back. No one was hit. The 4 then led police on a chase and crashed. 3 were caught, 1 a 17-year-old. His father escorted him into the police department.
I think there's a trend that you see more and more young people getting involved in violent crimes, shootings, and there's more homicides, it's just kind of to a certain degree out of control.
And a very dangerous situation that we saw early this morning in Moore. And we are live tonight. We know 4 people taken into custody, a 21-year-old, 2 18-year-olds, and that 17-year-old. Charges that will include, expected to be included, are attempted murder charges likely to come tomorrow, Devin and Kimberly.
Now, Sean, the mother fired a shot in this case. So are police looking at her actions now?
Police confirmed that the mom here is a concealed carry holder, that she was defending herself, her son, and her property. The commissioner added he would like to see people retreat into the home, close the door, and call police. He said this could have ended up being a disastrous situation.
All right, Sean.
Today, the FBI and its partners were at a Plymouth cemetery.
We've got video just in of work today that was going on at United Memorial Cemetery. This is an operation focusing on victims of homicides that date back to 1959 that currently do not have any DNA evidence on file. Over the next few months, police are going to exhume what have been unidentified homicide victim remains for the collection of DNA in efforts to identify them at long last. Our new at 5, disturbing details surrounding the sudden resignation of the conductor of the Michigan Opera Theater. The MOT announced today its principal conductor, Stephen Lord, has resigned amidst a number of allegations of sexual harassment and misconduct. The MOT released a statement saying in part, Lord's behavior, and this is their quote, does not align with the company's values.
An unbelievable story from Detroit's west side. It appears a regular at a Coney Island, Nikki D's Coney Island, was shot after customers became irate that fried mushrooms weren't on the menu. As Nick Monticelli reports from 7 Mile in Greenfield, that customer is in critical condition for something ridiculous and something he had nothing to do with.
So we have a first account of what happened here. One of the workers inside Nikki D's telling us that there was a group of people inside angry about what they didn't have on the menu. Again, those fried mushrooms. They left, they came back, and then picked a fight with a customer who had nothing to do with this. He's the one who got shot.
Somebody can't just sit here and just get shot for no reason. He ain't say nothing to nobody.
It's just after 2 a.m. at this Nikki D's at 7 Mile in Greenfield, and this worker cannot believe what is happening. He says 2 men and a woman were furious that fried mushrooms weren't on the menu.
They got mad, left about 30 minutes, came back with their license plate off their car, came in here, and fired shots. He shouldn't do it one time in his mouth.
You heard right. They allegedly came back, started a fight inside, and then shot a 40-year-old man in his jaw, who was just a customer waiting for his cheeseburger.
They was angry about the fried mushrooms because the guy didn't do nothing. He come here every day, he'll do nothing to nobody, say nothing. He just order a cheeseburger plain and stay up here every night. But they was mad because we didn't have no fried mushrooms and come back and just shot him.
His injuries are so bad, they are surprised he's alive. Officers and evidence technicians spent hours at the restaurant this morning. We are told the 2 men who came inside are either light-skinned African-American males or Hispanics wearing white shirts with a company logo. The woman allegedly stayed in a black Ford F-150 before all 3 took off.
Over no mushrooms, some angry customers come in and shoot this dude for no reason.
On Detroit's west side, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
And at last check, the man who was shot is still in critical condition. Detectives are still tracking down the group of 3 involved.
For years, the Motor City Match program helped spur new small businesses in Detroit with the help of federal funding. Well, now that funding is cut off while the feds review whether that money was used in the right way. Rod Maloney has a look at what it means for Motor City Match and what the city has to say about it.
We got a $60,000 grant. Over the past 4 years, we've seen aspiring entrepreneurs get a leg up.
We are a modern American, organic, vegetarian cuisine.
It's been one of the mayor's favorite programs.
We're giving you a hand up to get your businesses started.
By putting big cash into businesses willing to open in poor neighborhoods.
I don't have $20,000 for architectural drawings to be done.
Yet we're now learning as the cash has flowed from the Federal Housing and Urban Development Community Block Grant Program into the city, the paperwork hasn't exactly been stellar.
We take this stuff extremely seriously.
Detroit's housing director, Arthur Jemison, recently received this ominous 16-page HUD letter telling him, quote, the records provided did not sufficiently evidence that the CDBG funds used for the Motor City Match program met a national objective and eligible activity. The city's advised to suspend the use of CDBG funds for the Motor City Match program until such time that there are sufficient records to evidence regulatory compliance, end quote. His conclusion?
The program would be easier to document going forward if we used a combination of some CDBG and some general fund.
So he's gone to work trying to negotiate a way to update old records to the Fed's liking and find a new way to move forward.
Just since that weather, we've met a couple times. We're meeting again in a couple of weeks. I think we're getting close to a resolution.
So the funding, he believes, has been started, just not as much as they were using from the feds. He also says he thinks they can fix this thing, that it is surmountable. We also heard from the HUD office out of Chicago today, and they're telling us that they believe they can work this out as well, that it's not that serious. They think they've got a solution here. Reporting live downtown, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
Hope so.
Yeah. All right, Rod. We're off and running here on a Wednesday. Here's Defender Karen Drew.
They weren't born yet. They didn't live through it.
Because everybody can tell what they were doing during it. Obviously, we can't.
That's why this federal agent is in this classroom.
That was a very tragic day for our country.
An eye-opening lesson for these students.
It's important for them to know and understand what happened.
Coming up.
All right, Karen, also not so fast, why a sheriff up north suddenly put a stop on an auction for this rather well-preserved muscle car found left behind in a barn. Hank.
The person who lives in this home unable to enjoy his backyard because of a pole problem, dangling wires, and a potential danger. Tonight, it's Help Me Hank to the rescue.